Hey, what's up, streamkeepers, and welcome back to my channel. And in today's topic, I actually wanted to share with you guys about a topic that I actually wanted to always, put it up front. That is actually building breeders up. What's the reason and why we want to build breeders up, and of course the entire journey of, how is it actually impacting the entire industry as a whole. So I wanted to take this opportunity to share it with you guys. And however, before we go into today's topic, I actually wanted to give a special shout out to Dennis, and he actually helped uh, me, kind of rekindle kind of that Physidens passion. And because I really like and enjoy Physidens a lot, I didn't really had the opportunity to actually go into it, really deep. And during our meeting in Germany, he actually, very very kindly actually shared his Physidens collection to me, and there, I actually, have the first hand opportunity to actually see it, and really appreciate for him in sharing it as well. So in today's topic, regarding building breeders up and why we need to actually have that, why would we even want to build breeders up? Uh, is it because of what is the real reason? Because building breeders up, meaning having a lot of these breeders, it also means that there will be a lot of stiff competition. However, it is very critical, at this stage, whereby the after, post COVID and things like that, we have that uh desire. I think the desire to actually grow back the hobby to where it was in 2019. I think um, that is when COVID actually struck. That made the entire industry kind of stagnant a lot. There wasn't a lot of new streams in the market. There isn't a lot of progression in that sense. So I think that's the reason why I think number one is to build good breeders up. And in order for us to actually build good breeders up, we actually need a lot of hand holding at the very beginning, because when new breeders actually come into this hobby, they are actually not very confident in terms of their water parameters, in terms of keeping the streams alive and things like that. So that, hand holding step by step, a year, 2 years, 3 years, give them the confidence, let them see that they are actually possible. It is possible for them to actually breed good streams. I think then, slowly we will have a lot of good breeders building them up. And one of the things that, that I actually learned a lot in Dortmund, the German expo, I mean the German stream contest, it's not so much about, what is the being showcased and things like that. I think one of the more important things that I've learned is that, a lot of these good breeders, strong breeders, like for people like, Alex, people like Yuri Jensen, so they are strong breeders. And one of the things that they uphold is quality. So quality is not something that you market. You cannot market quality, because it takes time for people to trust the quality. Like for example, very well-known car brands that has been in this industry for a long time, that is always very renowned or very well known for their quality and things like that. Because quality is not something that, you tell them that this is high quality, this is what. So I think but the perception is very important, because at the end of the day, the breeders that purchase the stream, they will need to have an assurance to actually have that, kind of like quality. But how do we know that it is a quality kind of like a stream? So I think one of the more important or more critical things that we actually look at is that, these breeders actually share a lot of common qualities in them. And one of the most important quality, I think a lot of the videos that I've been sharing with all the overseas breeders, one of the very critical thing is patience. You're having a lot of patience. It's not coming in for 3 years, and then, they want to be the best, and have the best streams, or have, whatever they want. So it takes time to build the quality, the reputation, and of course it takes a lot of more effort and discipline, and of course a lot of other sacrifice as well, because at the end of the day, everybody has 24 hours, so everybody has limited time, and you have to really choose what you really want to do, and you cannot have everything. So you really have to give up something to actually pursue some of the things that you actually want to head towards in terms of the direction. So all these breeders actually have one very common quality that I actually realize is that the desire for keeping or maintaining the quality is very high, and it also means that, you know, what does it mean? It means that there are other traits that is very critical or very important that actually brings out that, and one of it is, you know, discipline, because they will need to be able to do what's right even when things are not right, you know. And I think that is by itself is not an easy thing, especially for stream breeding, because for example, if you start to breed them and you realize that the streams are not very good for the first batch, what are you going to do about it and things like that. So instead of, you know, complaining to the world and saying that, you know, I've been it's not doing well, my tank crash and things like that. So I think one of the traits that they actually do have is that they are very disciplined. They persevere during difficult times, and I think that actually helps them emerge out much stronger in terms of their quality of the streams and things like that. So building breeders up it takes quite a long time to actually. It's not like 1 year or 2 years. You actually have to handhold them over many years to actually, you know, guide them and things like that. And one of the things is that in order for us to actually guide them, in order for us to actually you know, provide this time to them, we cannot, you know, we will not be able to actually help everybody, because then you will not have enough time for yourself to do the things that is important in your life, your family, your work, your things and things like that. So it is very important that, you know, when I have a chat with them, I actually was also looking to find out more about what are some of the things that they have in terms of their talents, their abilities, their, you know, their character and things like that. So then we will be able to actually know that, you know, what are some of the traits and behavior that they actually have in common, so that we can actually share this information freely. So having that roadmap, I think that will actually help a lot. For example, if I would have restarted everything, you know, when I first joined this stream breeding thing again, if I have a roadmap that actually plans out and share with me all this information, these very important gold nuggets that I call it, that will actually help transform a lot of this things in the stream breeding hobby. Because one of the things is that the stream breeding hobby is not cast in stone, in the sense that there is no one best way of doing things. I think that is the most important and most critical things that I've learned in this entire process, is because there are many ways to actually breed the streams. However, you have to select something that you can actually tie into your own schedule, time schedule, your work schedule, your your management of time and things like that. Because at the end of the day, you run or you manage or you drive the entire hobby by yourself. You will probably need to have your own method as well that suits you. Because for me, I realized that after trying so many methods, I needed something quicker, faster, and simpler. So I think simplicity is something that I've always been trying to encourage, is because of my own time schedule, and I really appreciate my time. I really treasure my time, because time is, everybody has 24 hours. I want to make sure that I want to finish all the things that I can as soon as possible, and in an efficient manner as possible. Because having the efficiency actually helps to drive your thought process in terms of what you need to do in terms of the selective breeding, and also because that actually consumes the most time by selecting, breeding them up, selecting them, that takes the most time. So the rest of the time, like 90% of the time that I do for streams is really about selective breeding. The 10% would really be resetting, water change, feeding. So those are the 10% of it, and then the rest of the 90% of the time I do selective breeding. And selective breeding really is about picking out and selecting the streams, catching out all the streamlets from the main breeding tank to the grow out tank. So these are some of the things that I personally do. And of course, out of this entire time I have to reallocate some of the other times to actually guide people, to build them up, and to ensure that that they actually do much better in terms of their stream breeding process. And I actually encourage them to have a goal, to actually have to say that they want to be, they aspire to be better than me, or they aspire to be better than Skyfish. They aspire, these are very good goals because it actually drives you upwards. And I am perfectly fine if there's anybody who is I'm actually guiding right now who can actually tell me that Ben, I have done much better than you. Look at my streams right now. I would really like it, because at the end of the day it means that the person that I actually taught, it's like a teacher student kind of relation, where the quality of the so-called the teacher is actually the result is actually the students. So if the students are really doing very well and have gone very, very far, I think that is a true remarkable result of somebody who has actually guided you. So I think another thing that I would like to mention about building breeders up is it's also about the values that they actually hold. Like for example, I was given the opportunity to learn from Hua many years ago, and I continue to actually support him in terms of his so I keep learning from him and keep supporting him in that sense. It's because of that value that he actually drive from a stream breeding perspective. He has really given me a lot of opportunities to actually share, to expose myself, to learn more about this. And of course I take all this and try to share with the world, because that is where I think that is where we can actually build up the entire industry much bigger and much better than what we have in the past. And we always try to challenge ourselves to be better than yesterday. I think that by essence will actually help the entire industry grow. So if you ask me if there's any setbacks along the way to have breed streams, of course definitely there's a lot of setbacks. There's also a lot of noise at the side, a lot of people who cheers me on, and of course a lot of people who are green with envy and try to pull me down and things like that. So I really appreciate those supporters out there. I really appreciate them, because you guys are my motivation as well. You see that whatever I'm actually sharing right now, whatever I'm doing right now, is actually something that would actually helps the industry as a whole, as a community as a whole, instead of being jealous about the things that I've been doing. So I think that's all for this video. I appreciate the time, and for those who like this video, please remember to give a thumbs up. And if you like to have any content you would like to see, please remember to put in the comments below. If you are new to this channel, please remember to subscribe, and until next time, peace out.